Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Gustavo.
And I'm Alexa, and today guys we're giving you the monthly update that you all have been waiting for about our investment. Alright guys, so there we have the 12 companies that we mentioned in the previous video. I'm just gonna go over just on a couple of them. First, I see Apple and Amazon. I mean, who doesn't have a product from Apple and Amazon? And at the bottom, I just noticed MasterCard. We use MasterCard to purchase anything from those companies that we own, both me and Gustavo.
Yeah, and you're completely right. We tend to use our debit card or credit card to purchase things off of Amazon or Apple, which is great. So here are a few other companies that we have here. We also have Disney. Not sure how many of you guys have Disney Plus, but they also have a variety of other things, right? Like Disney World and so on. And a few other companies that you can see here. We have Microsoft. Most of us use like Word or Excel to, pretty much do simple presentations and also use it day-to-day lives within whether it's work or school. And then as you can see, we also have Pepsi, PayPal, Tesla, and Walmart. And if you use Venmo, then you know that PayPal is the owner of Venmo.
Yeah, you're right. And also on this presentation, we have the prices for the shares for all the companies that we own, just for you guys to have like a small understanding. And also the dividend safety. Some of them don't pay dividends, just like Amazon. It doesn't have any dividends. However, most of them do. And as you can see, they're pretty safe. 99, just compare it to your school grades. If you get a 99, you passed with an A+. And just going down to the rest of them, Nvidia has a pretty good dividend safety score. Walmart,
A+, baby. Yeah.
C plus.
Yeah, C plus. I mean, C's got degrees, right? So
Right.
yeah, so I that's an outstanding point right there, where it shows how safe these companies tend to be. And obviously, the ones that don't, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not safe companies. It just means that they much prefer to grow their company, reinvest their money, than having to pay their shareholders. And then on the other side here, we have dividend growth. We can compare this to like a savings account, right? And I can give you a perfect example. I've recently just saw my bank statement. I had just a little over 10K on there, and they literally only paid me $3, less than $3. Well, if you see these averages here, this is how much your increase of being paid, whether it's monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, or yearly, that's how much it would increase by. So as you can see, Apple, they have a 7.3% of an average growth. We also have right here Costco. Who doesn't love shopping at Costco, which is 13%, is pretty high. And then you can see the other percentages down here. And you can compare that to your bank account, right? So like my bank account tends to give me 0.002%, which is about 2%, which is very, very low compared to what these companies are currently offering. Besides Nvidia, where you see 0%, but still they tend, you could see their stock price right here, which is pretty high.
Yeah, you're right. So that's about it with the companies that we chose to invest on. We try to make smart choices and like choose companies that can offer dividends on a regular basis and have a considerably good growth.
Yeah, exactly. Not just in getting paid every single time for owning those companies, but also seeing their potential growth, being able to see how much they can, grow within a year from now, 10 years from now, 40 years from now, depends on how long you want to hold it. So we're going to start off today with my investments first, which I took passively. Now, as we go here, we can go into my activities, and I made my first deposit of $150 on June 2nd. Now, if we go back to the portfolio, we decided to invest in 12 companies. Now that doesn't necessarily mean we have to invest in all 12 companies, because we have two different forms of investments, right? So since Alexa's doing actively, she could actively select out of those 12 companies which one she would like to invest in within that month. And when it goes for me, I'm just going to strictly invest in all 12 companies within every single month. So let's get back to the portfolio. And here are the companies. The first one is Nvidia. We have Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, PayPal, Amazon, Costco, MasterCard, Johnson & Johnson, Pepsi, Disney, and Walmart. As you can see while I was scrolling down, they were all on the positive green, and the only one that I have negative is Walmart at this moment. But for my overall total, I have about 9% or $13.29 on the amount that I've made for that given month. And I can show you another visual based off the chart. It shows you the lowest amount that my portfolio got to all the way to the highest amount. And then these little positive and negatives just pretty much tell you my return based off percentages and also dollar signs.
Alrighty, so that was Gustavo's form of investment. Now mine, as I stated on my previous video, it would be an active form of investment. And as Gustavo mentioned, I did not invest on all of the 12 companies that we agreed upon. I only invested on a few of them. And the reason why is because I feel like their share price for that period of time, the 1 month period that I had to invest on, their share price was the most profitable for me. So I did Amazon, J&J, Microsoft, Tesla, Apple, Disney, and MasterCard. These are my companies. So basically the logic behind my investments was to pick that share price that was down 5 or more % for that 1 month period that I was studying them. And if we go to Amazon, which is my first one on the list, on the 1 month period, we see slight growth, not slight, but it's actually 9% of the growth, so that's a lot. I bought it at $32.25, and here right now the share price is $35.11. Let's see the next one, J&J. Follow with the same logic. J&J is $168 right now. I bought it at $166. We have a small growth, but you know, every little bit counts.
Exactly.
Then Microsoft, I bought it at $248. I have an 11% growth on my total returns right here, which is $2.37. That's how much it translates on money-wise. And on 1 month period, we see nothing but growth. Same thing with Tesla, same thing with Apple. The only one that was a little tricky, that was not too stable throughout that 1 month, was Disney. You see on the 1 month period it was slightly down, and that's the reason why I'm a little bit down overall, just 4 cents. Compared to Gustavo, he was a little bit up, and that's because he invested his portion for Disney at another set of time compared to mine.
Yeah, and just to give a little bit more clarity, that is absolutely right. You know, she is down 4 cents, but I'm up 10 cents. And we just bought them at 2 different dates, 2 different times. And obviously the prices were differently based off those dates. But does that necessarily mean that she can, you know, outperform me with Disney? Absolutely. Because, you know, what if Disney drops down $10 one day? Well, since she's actively, you know, investing, you could literally go in and buy Disney at that moment. Compared to me, I'm only, you know, putting my $150 to work one time and that's it.
Yeah, that's true. So we'll see next month what happens. No, I'm joking. I'm getting a little competitive here, but the last one that I have, I think it's the last one, yeah, on my list was MasterCard. I'm a little bit up. I bought it at 163 and it's I said 163, 363, and now it's 375. So it's about up 3.16%. So just to create a comparison with Gustavo, I am up about $9.31, which is 6%, and he was up about 9%. But as he mentioned, that does not necessarily mean that he cannot, you know, go higher than me, or I could go higher than him the following month, because we're doing 2 different types of investment.
Exactly. And just to give the variance, it's about 2% difference. You know, that I'm up against Alexa right now, which isn't necessarily much, but what is pretty much great about it is that we're both up more than 5% in a given month.
Oh, yeah.
If you think about it, that's a lot more than what your savings account will give you in a 3-month period or even in a whole year. And that's whether if you have $100, $1,000, or even more, right? Just for experience, I think we both know that our savings accounts don't really give us anything. But I think we both performed very well. Honestly, I'm very surprised on how low you bought most of these companies on. You bought them at really low prices. And now they're pretty much high. So even if she had, let's say, $1 million to invest to buy into these whole shares, you would probably be up way more. Percentage wise, right? Dollar wise, yes, it would look like a lot more, but percentage wise, it would be way bigger than her 6%, just because the percentages, that's the way it shows.
Yeah, you're right. And just to create more clarity one more time, he invested on all 12 companies, and I have that advantage of choosing where I want to put my money into work every month. So I think that's about it. That's all we had to share with you guys, and I guess we'll see you guys next month.
Yes.
For our next video, okay?
So stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe, guys.
Bye.